Hi guys, welcome to the Value Show, the Spotlight Edition. I am your host, Charles Mitchell. We're here at the Business Leadership Conference at Living Word Christian Center, hosted by Dr. Bill Winston in Forest Park. I'm here today with a special guest who is an author of When Heaven Went Public, stockbroker. Her name is Catrice Wells. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you. I want to ask you, and as a business leader, how do you see yourself now compared to how you saw yourself then as you was first starting?
Okay, I guess basically, I think about the employees that I'm working with and wanting to inspire them, be inspirational, and bring others with you to the next level. So I think that's different. As the chief investment officer for Joseph Wealth Management, the firm, so I lead the firm. So you want to inspire others as you go along and encourage them in the business too. So that's how it's a little bit different, because before I was just pretty much just my own broker and just helping clients, not necessarily leading a team. So it's a little different now, so I do see it differently.
Good. So I want to ask, how much has God played a role into the development and growth of your business?
Oh, he's played a big role, because I had an opportunity to speak with a large church previously, and several years ago, and I asked God to give me a message for the saints as far as understanding investing, because that's my basically what my calling is. And he gave me the idea of When Heaven Went Public, that basically God created stock investing, because when you have a business idea, you need funding, so you incorporate and you allow people to buy shares in your company. And so if you can control who buys the share, that means it's privately held. Now these stocks that go public, you see on CNBC going across the screen, those are publicly traded stocks where anybody can invest. Now when God wanted to build his kingdom, heaven, he called on his friend Abraham and offered heaven to Abraham, shares we call it. And so Abraham was a friend of God. So when the Jews, Abraham's children, rejected God's plan, he sent Jesus Christ to do a public offering on the cross. So that's when heaven went public. So really the principles that we use as Christians are actually principles that Wall Street has actually just copied. So that revelation that God gave me really changed how I saw investing and wanted to really just tell everybody about investing. I'm just very excited about this. So God is really, I thank God for what he's done in the revelation that he's given me. And it's made a difference in my business.
Amen. So we always ask this question, since it's the Value Show, what do you value most? Whether, let's say, a relationship with God, or even just as a business leader and owner.
I value most of my relationship with the Lord. I say when I was about 5 years old, and I think that's really what's made the difference, because one of my favorite scriptures as a child is, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and that's always been one of my favorite scriptures. And I got saved because it was around Christmas time, and I had all these things I had on my list for Christmas that I wanted, and I said, well, Lord, if you give me all this stuff, I know God is real and I'll get saved. And so Christmas morning, all this stuff was under the tree, and that was a turning point. I was like, well, your faith and how that just really impacted my life, how God pays attention to us and what we desire in our heart, no matter where we are at in life. And so that was the start of my relationship with the Lord. So I always think about, I'm so glad that the Lord put me in a family that was saved, so that they could bring me up in church and teach me about God. That has made the difference. It's the thing that I value the most. And so I've been able to incorporate my relationship with the Lord into my business and business practices. So yes, I value that the most.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. We truly appreciate it. And we just look forward to what the new exciting things God's going to do through you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
This is The Value Show. I'm your host, Charles Mitchell, the Spotlight Edition, signing out. Thank you for joining us.